Sometimes football has to take a back seat, and it should have taken a back seat on Wednesday when Borussia Dortmund were asked, or as some reports have stated, were told that they are going to play their game against Monaco merely 24 hours, or 22 to be precise, after their bus was attacked. Bartra, as we know, is set to return in 4 weeks after he broke his arm in the attack, which caused an explosion. It was an explosion on the Borussia Dortmund's team bus. Said to be a terrorist attack. Said to be many other planned explosions that, thank God, never hurt anyone and didn't go to plan. Still a lot of reports coming through the pipeline. Still a lot of things to be decided upon. According to a report today from the Telegraph, a ISIS commander has been held in suspicion with his involvement in this attack. So with that at the side at the moment, we have to look back at Borussia Dortmund. On paper, they're a football team. Their job is to go and play football. And we often look at that as something that's like, what a dream job, going and playing football. But in this situation, you have to remove yourself from that mindset and think about this as an everyday job. Would you go to work the next day after your car was maybe hit by an explosion? After you're maybe an electrician, you're going to go and work the next day after a suspected terrorist attack happens right outside your front door, in your house, on your front lawn, in your car? I don't think so. I think you'd be maybe given 2 to 3, maybe even 4 days to process the fact that you could have died. So when you see an interview with Sahin after the game, the player for Borussia Dortmund, does he look like his mind was on football?
I don't know if the people can understand this, but until I was on the pitch in the second half, I didn't think about football, to be honest, because last night I didn't realize what happened, and when I was at home and my wife and my son were waiting in front of the door, and there I felt how lucky we were. And I know football is very important. We love football. We suffer with football. We love football, and I know we earn a lot of money. We have a privileged life, but we are human beings, and there is so much more than football in this world. And yeah, last night we felt it.
The guy's tearing up. He has no way to kind of really describe what had happened, and I'm not going to sit here and try and understand. I think the only way you can really understand is if you're in that environment. He's talking about some of the players he looked at, some of his teammates were just horrified, white in the face, didn't know what to do. Their lives could have been taken in that moment. So then they're told basically to go and play. Now their coach Thomas Tuchel has said that he received it through a text message. Some other reports are claiming that UEFA went through all the procedures to try and make sure, and no one from Dortmund voiced their concern. But I think it shouldn't even have went to Dortmund. I think UEFA should have literally stated this was a terrorist attack. This could have killed thousands of people. It could have killed hundreds of people. It could have killed whatever. It could have killed one person. It doesn't matter. They should not have been asked to play that game 24 hours after it. And the scoreline is a testament to it. Dortmund are a force at home. Nothing against Monaco. They're a good team, don't get me wrong. But going 2-0 up against Dortmund at home where the atmosphere is usually electric, the players are usually buzzing, thriving off of that. They didn't wake up until after into the second half. And Sahin reiterated that in his interview that went viral, where he said that no one was thinking about football until the second half. He stated that in the first half he was still looking at his teammates and all he could see was the same faces that he saw on the bus when they all feared for their lives. So I think that sometimes football needs to literally be just put to the side. We can wait. Sponsors can wait. Teams can wait. People can be given time to actually process what had happened. It's bigger than the sport. It's bigger than the Champions League. Now, on the bright side of it, the togetherness and sportsmanship that was shown was phenomenal. I don't think Monaco fans would have been too upset if they were not to have played that game. Yeah, it's an inconvenience, but everyone understands, especially those that are coming from a country that's consistently hit by terrorist attacks in both these countries, Germany and France. I think they would understand that this is something that has to be addressed, and you don't want to jeopardize the tie, you don't want to jeopardize the players' safety, and you just put things to the side. The Borussia Dortmund fans opened their doors to Monaco fans who perhaps were stranded that night because they wanted to come in and actually see the game. So that was such a nice gesture. And putting together this united front is a massive FU to terrorists. That's the whole thing I'm 100% behind, is the idea that you're going to try and split us as a society. It's not going to happen. We're still going to come together. Our humanity is still going to prevail as it did. So the fact that this game went ahead could be seen as a way of saying you're not going to shake us. But again, you could maybe have had everyone come to the stadium just to be together and just put forward this united front and just send a message. The game itself, I don't think, should have actually been played. And I think football has a lot of lessons to learn when it comes to rushing these teams into this situation. So if you wanted to put forward this message of togetherness and resilience, there's so many ways to do it. Gather in a square, gather together, showcase that you're not going to be hurt by these evil individuals that consistently try to tear our society apart. But asking these guys to go forward and play in one of the most important games of their lives after their lives were put in jeopardy, I don't know if it was the best decision, but maybe you have a different take. So let us know in the comment section below. All credit to the Dortmund players, the Monaco fans, the Dortmund fans, everyone, the police that were on the scene. There's a lot of things that really have us thinking after this game. So we're relieved that everyone is safe and in good health. Bartra, we wish him a healthy recovery. I'm sure he'll be back in 4 weeks, as it said. And stay tuned to TYT Sports.